Hello! Welcome back to our channel Book Forest Kids. My name is Ksenia.
My Kira.
Recently, Kira and we've discovered a huge ant nest nearby. Let's have a look. Wow! So, from the outside, it may look just as a mound of dirt. But don't you get mistaken, because inside, it's like an iceberg. So, let's explore together this remarkable and unique creature called ant. No doubt that our neighbor ants are very smart because they built their ant nest under this huge pine tree. It's a perfect umbrella. First of all, when you look at the ant hill, it may look just as a pile of dirt. But inside this mound is an impressive edifice. Trust us, we're gonna show you. So this part is just the stuff the ants had to remove while they were digging the tunnels. And this part is actually a nursery. So the upper parts are the chambers where the baby ants are living. Yeah, because it gets enough sun warmth. But then during the day, so that the babies don't get too hot, the adult ants have to carry them deeper in the tunnels where they can feed them and they can bring them back so they can get enough warmth. So they have to circulate throughout the ant hill during the day. Shall we peek inside? Wow, those are the chambers. The beetle! Let's get it! Keep on exploring the ants' world. And after watching the huge ant nest, we spotted a couple little tunnels. So let's have a closer look so you'll be able to see for yourself. One of the most important tunnels in the nest are the forage ones. Those are used by ants in charge of food supply for the colony. They're horizontal passages but just a few centimeters from the surface, and they run through the entire territory, which can cover up to 185 square meters of land. Wow, that's impressive.
Swarm. Like in a swarm.
In a swarm. Yeah, we probably may call ants a swarm, yeah? Do you know any other insects that live in a swarm?
Bees.
Bee. Oh my, it is a busy place. When I look at the ant nest, I saw thousands of ants crawling on top and on the sides. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It looks like they're always in the rush. They're just wiggling and wriggling in a hurry. Do you know there is any kind of organization in the ant nest, or they're just running around without understanding what they're doing?
They work ants and they need to do their chores with the queen gives them.
As you can see by yourself, worker ants are never idle. No doubt, they're responsible for building and maintaining the nest, protecting the colony from other ants, and most importantly, feeding the colony. Workers forage for, gather and locate food, making sure the queen's offspring will grow to fulfill their responsibilities, and maintain the colony. Ants have a quite peculiar organization. They have queen, that's a big ant, female ant, and she's responsible for reproduction. So she just lays the eggs so that the ant nest can grow bigger and bigger. Then there are drones or male workers with wings. They basically are responsible specifically for helping the queen, for mating the queen. And then there are workers. Do you know whether they're boy ants or girl ants, the worker ones?
The girl ants.
Yeah, they're very hard-working female ants responsible for taking care of the...
I know why they were batting Sasa, because they needed to do their chores.
Yeah, they just try to protect the nest. They try to take care of the young. They forage for food. They have millions of chores, so that's why they never stop. They're always going somewhere,
nice.
here, there, everywhere.
Even at night.
That's a good point. Let's discuss it. Well, trust me, I promise we'll come back to the point of sleeping and not sleeping at night. Right now about the colony. So the tiny egg grows into larva, then grows into pupa. And as a result, we may either get queen which is the both founder and leader of the colony, the hugest ant with pair of wings, huge abdomen with her reproduction system, head with antennae, and thorax with 3 pairs of legs, drone with wings, and walker. We discussed the organization of the colony, but it gives us another question. It just leads us to another question. Having thousands of ants, workers, queen, drones inside one ant nest, how do they manage to understand each other? How do they communicate? We humans, we have speech, so we can talk. We have emotions which we can express in our face when we smile or when we're frowning. And how does it work with ants? Babe, do you have any idea? For instance, when you look at the ants, could you spy something that looks like they're talking to each other? The ants solve the barriers of communication in several ways: scent, touch, body language, and sound. Talking about scent, first of all, or pheromones. Each colony, just keep it in mind, each colony carries their own unique set of pheromones, making it possible to tell friend from foe. Another important thing, and really cool one, that ants can lay out scent trails to food sources. It's like telling, hello buddy, there is a food there, you can get it. Another way to use pheromone is signaling about being in trouble, so that the whole swarm can come and help you. And ants can also produce different sounds by scraping their legs. Wow!
But they have something to communicate.
To communicate, they have these, some people call them feelers, but most call them antennae. One antenna and another one, so there are 2. Each antenna is bent in the middle like the elbow of a human arm. This is another unique feature of ants. Defending, it's probably one of the vital things each creature, human or ant, needs to be able to do in order to survive. Because predators are always waiting. So, I was thinking about defense. How can ants defend themselves? What do they have? Do they have sharp claws? Do they have fangs? Do they have some kind of armor?
Mom, they don't have claws.
They don't. Yes, they actually don't, because they're not lions.
Well, that's monsters.
Probably monsters do. What about...
and maybe some animals too, like airpods and lions.
And lions. And they have really important thing. Well, actually 2. First of all, they have mandibles, walker ants. They help them to bite the food, to chew the food, to get it in the mouth, to grip it. Very, well, looks like quite ferocious stuff, and it is at some point, but it's vital for ant survival. And another point, that's the acid that ants have, because this acid, it gives quite a burn. So let's have a look inside. How does the first segment? With 2 compound eyes, some ants have 3 simple eyes called ocelli for detecting light, then 2 antennae and mandibles hiding the mouth. Ants don't have grasping forelegs, so they use the mandibles like human hands to hold and carry things. Mandibles can also be used for biting, crushing, cutting, digging, fighting, and hunting. The second body segment, the mesosoma, is packed full with muscles that powers 3 pairs of legs. The legs are designed for running. Ants can run very fast for the size, and that of each leg is hooked claw that's used to climb and hang onto the things. In between the mesosoma and the costa is petiole, distinguishing ant from other insects. It provides flexible junction, allowing them to bend its costa forward to sting or spray. And finally, the costa contains the ant's heart, digestive system, and chemical weaponry. Did you know that ants actually have an armor? Yeah, they really do. It's called exoskeleton. It provides support, protection, and a barrier against water loss. Another peculiar thing is that ants don't breathe like we do. They take in oxygen through the tiny holes of their body called spiracles, and they emit carbon dioxide through these same holes. And another point, babe, by the way, swarming. So stinging, then fighting using mandibles, and swarming. Swarming, that's a process when a lot of ants try to attack the enemy. Remember when we've seen a beetle who tried to get in the ant nest? We're gonna
Was an enemy for
yeah, it
them.
was an anime. I'm gonna show you this video. It was a really fun. Well, okay, it wasn't fun, but it was interesting thing to watch. Do you agree?
Yeah.
See, that's green chafer, and well, we really don't know. This is the ant nest. Kind of huge, yeah, and we don't know how this little guy got here.
In the trap.
The little ant nest wouldn't be able to eat it because it has a hard shell. And I can't tell right now whether the bug is alive or not. But it is quite a job to get through.
But the ants, they have something to get in.
What do we have?
I don't know.
Well, there's like a whole crowd here. It looks like a feast, guys. Yeah, the beetle is alive. It tries to crawl. I've no idea how it got here, poor thing. But I guess that's the swan song.